Hey everyone, it's JT Plays and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be covering all the major zombie updates that are coming to Season 4 Reloaded. So let's get into it. So Treyarch start the zombie part of the blog post by saying the wait is over after enduring the harrowing events at Project End Station D Machina, freeing Samantha Maxis from the Dark Ether in Firebase Z and surviving multiple operations throughout the Ural Mountains Outbreak Zone. Requiem's strike team has been captured by Kravchenko and taken to Berlin to do his bidding in Mauer Toten, which is the latest round-based zombies map. So the mission of this map is to eliminate the undead threat and capture the traitor responsible for these horrors. And hopefully in doing so rescue Requiem's pilot Raptor 1. Treyarch have said that luckily Mauer Toten is loaded with new weaponry to unleash against the Horde, including a new and improved Mule Kick perk. I've got a video I've posted a day before this will be going live, so I'll put that on the on screen here. So if you want to go check it out, I cover all the the changes, all the new improvements coming to Mule Kick. So definitely go and have a look at that if you're interested. They're also adding with Mauer Toten a new tactical device, a robotic AI helper called Klaus, and a new wonder weapon called the CRBR-S, which has 4 different variants to choose from. Just a quick overview of the Mule Kick improvements that have been made. If you just want a quick overview, you don't want the details that are in my other video, then basically the base ability of Mule Kick is to carry a third weapon. Skill tier 1 will allow you to be able to buy 2 equipments for the price of 1 from the crafting table. Tier 2 makes it that all enemies have a small chance to drop ammo. Tier 3, stowed weapons slowly refill ammo from stock. Tier 4, there's a 25% chance to keep non-retrievable equipment when used. And Tier 5, the third primary weapon is recovered when repurchasing Mule Kick. The new Easter egg for Mauer Toten, the main quest, doesn't release straight away, although it does come out the same day, but a little bit later on. So this will be available for you to start hunting and searching for the Easter egg steps at 10 AM PT. So this time varies around the world. That's 6 PM UK time, but just have a little look what 10 AM PT equates to in your country. Recently, Treyarch buffed the health of a lot of zombies as you get to higher rounds, just to make it more difficult because it was a little too easy. However, they've slightly overstepped and they're nerfing some of these changes they made. Not completely, changing them back to what they were, but just, readjusting it slightly to make it a bit more reasonable. So they've said here, we're significantly reducing the health caps of enemies and zombies, reducing armor durability for medium and heavy zombies, buffing sniper rifles and pack-a-punch melee weapons, and adjusting damage scaling for certain equipment, support and field upgrades for a more fulfilling zombie killing experience. They're also introducing a new feature on all round-based maps called dynamic wall buys. So now wall buy weapons will have a chance to increase in rarity every 5 rounds, all the way up to legendary. As a result, players will have more options to choose from as the rounds get higher. This should introduce more variety and purpose to wall buys at high rounds instead of just having to rely off the random box. So this is a really interesting change here. Later in the season, a younger version of Requiem's Weaver will become a playable operator in Zombies and also multiplayer in Warzone as well. And they've also got new updates for Dead Ops Arcade 3, including the new first-person solo advanced start playlist. There are also some stability improvements and general bug fixes, which I will go into a bit more detail on in a moment later in the video. And if you're a PlayStation player, Zombies receives its 20th Onslaught map with the addition of Rush, which is of course a new multiplayer map, and Onslaught allows you to play Zombies if you're on PlayStation on all the multiplayer maps. So there'll be new Dark Ether intel to unlock here. There's also a new Onslaught accelerated mode featuring an endless number of enemies that never stop spawning and a Dark Ether orb that never stops moving. So this just sounds like it's a very, very intense version of Onslaught. As an exclusive bonus, you'll be rewarded with the basically a new LMG weapon blueprint if you're tough enough to survive 20 surges in Onslaught Accelerated. With the release of Mauer der Toten, there's also going to be some new enemies called the Disciple and the Tormentors. Some details on the new Wonder Weapon include that it's exclusive for Mauer der Toten, so that's the only map it's on. It's a base pistol weapon with 3 mod kit variants, and zombies killed with any version of the weapon have a chance to drop one of the 3 mod kits, and equipping a mod kit will convert the weapon to one of its variant forms. Regarding the new equipment, which is called the LT-53 Casimir, so they said here it's a new tactical equipment that can be found as a drop or crafted at the crafting table in round-based maps and Outbreak. So it'll be available on all the maps, not just Mauer der Toten. And when deployed, it creates a portal that pulls in enemies. A bit like the, I think it's the Gersh device on Call of Duty Black Ops, many years ago. It seems like it's a similar effect to that. And players who jump into the portal will be teleported to another location. So that they're also doing some damage scaling, which I mentioned previously. So equipment damage will now scale evenly to be more consistent in their ability to kill enemies. And they've also addressed an issue where certain equipment was doing more damage than intended on direct impacts. Regarding the enemy health cap reductions, with zombies it's been reduced to plus 100% at high rounds, and this is down from plus 300%. With specials, it's reduced to plus 50% at high rounds, down from plus 100%. With elites, it's reduced to plus 25% at high rounds, down from plus 100%. And with HVTs, it's reduced to plus 10% at high rounds, down from plus 100%. Enemy armor durability has also been reduced. So it says here they've reduced the health of armor for medium and heavy zombies by 30%. And there has been an issue recently where, it's a good issue, but they're getting rid of it unfortunately, where you'd spawn in with 1000 essence in round-based maps instead of 500. So they're going to be adjusting this and lowering it back down to 500 unfortunately. There's of course new in-game Dark Ether story intel available to discover in Mauer der Toten and Outbreak. There's new zombie challenges for Mauer der Toten, including a new Dark Ops challenge, which I would assume is for completing the Easter egg. And they've addressed an issue where the Season 4 Staycation challenge could be completed at the wrong round. With regards to support, damage from support items will now scale evenly to be more consistent in their ability to kill enemies. Been some adjustments to field upgrades, so the Frost Blast and Energy Mine damage will now scale evenly to be more consistent in its ability to kill enemies. And they've addressed an issue with the Ether Shroud, the tier 5 version of the Ether Shroud, where activating its second charge whilst its first charge was already active would result in it failing to load and recharge subsequent charges. Additional weapons can now be obtained as trial rewards, and there's new weapon unlock challenges for the OTS-9, which is a new SMG that's been added to the game. There's been some further weapon tuning, which tends to happen with every major update really. So if you want to, it's quite extensive, so if you want to read the full list, then be sure to head to their blog post, which I'll link in my description of this video. And some stability issues addressed regarding the Order and Mimic, and also related to Trials challenges. There's some Outbreak specific improvements or adjustments. So they've increased the chance for Ronald Reagan to spawn in Outbreak. I still have yet to see him, so that maybe I'll actually come across him now. The region and objective order will no longer loop once all combinations have been played when progressing regions. And there's been some stability issues that have been addressed regarding fishing, and also using the zip line things in Outbreak. There's been some adjustments to Dead Ops Arcade 3, just general bug fixes and what have you. So I won't include it in, I won't go over it in detail in this video. But if you want to check it out, then like I said, the Tryout blog post is linked in the description. Going back to Onslaught, which I mentioned nearer the start of this video, there's of course the new Rush map and also the Onslaught Accelerated mode. So I'll talk a little bit about what this is. So basically the Dark Ether Orb never stops moving and enemies never clear or stop spawning. The orb move speed is reduced to a consistent slower value compared to its normal average speed. The orb fill bar is removed in this mode, and because the orb cannot be filled, it does not explode and wipe out enemies, and there are no pauses in movement because of this. Enemies killed increase the speed of the orb for a small period, and each kill increases the orb movement speed by 50% for 3 seconds. This effect stacks with multiple kills, and elite surge waves still spawn on every 3rd wave. So the new featured playlists are Outbreak, Mauer the Toten, Firebase Z, The Machina, Dead Ops Arcade First Person, Dead Ops Arcade, Onslaught for PlayStation players, Onslaught Accelerated, again for PlayStation players, Onslaught Containment, and Onslaught Rush. So those last 4 are, like I said, for PlayStation only. And that is everything coming to Season 4 Reloaded. So if you found, well, for zombies at least. So if you found this video useful and informative, be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below for any future video recommendations. Thanks for watching.